Ladies and gentlemen, we lost everything. All of our tools, armor, fun stuff. Gone. Gone! How do we move on? How do we live in this world where we have nothing? The end, and its cruel, cruel world that it is, has taken everything. From not I, but also missing Link. Let's go to the scene of the crime. Here we are at the scene of the crime. Right here, where we died. Let us show you the fate. Hold on, wait a minute. Is it really not gonna kill me again now? What? Unbelievable! It teleported me and Missing Link down to 0-0 out in the void right below spawn, and it killed us. It killed us! Luckily, because we are an absolute G at the game, we're already completely back in order. Yeah, that's right. Boom, baby. And to prove that we're even better at the game, we made a little gift box here for Missing Link that has pretty much everything I think that he needs. And also he had some rails I know that he had just crafted for working on his shulker farm. I didn't get him a shovel or an axe. I'm not sure if he had those on him, but I also just don't have the stuff for him anymore. So, yeah, there we go. A huge full set of gear, all netherite. And yeah, boom, baby. Sadly, though, this stack of netherite did take a hit. We had about 40, and then we had like 50 of these. So, we're going to have to do some more explosions today to get back a ton of netherite. So let's go do that right now, because I feel like explosions will make me happier in these trying times. So I gotta admit, I've kind of lost some motivation because I've been playing a freaking game called Hogwarts Legacy. Yeah, the game is, I wasn't expecting it. I was excited to play the game, but when I got it, I just immediately kind of got hooked on the game. Kept playing it every single night. And now, I guess it hasn't made me want to stop playing Minecraft, but it's kind of changed my motivation on what I'm doing in the game. So currently we've been working on, the train station, but now I kind of want to build, like, things themed to the Harry Potter world, or things that look like it. So I'm not really sure what to do. But in this video, we probably aren't going to actually work on the train station. I guess you guys would know more than me already based on the thumbnail that I've been inspired by from how that game looks and the way it operates and everything. I really like games that have just this expansive world that looks crazy. Another good example of those type of games was Elden Ring to me. I'd never played those games before, but just playing Elden Ring and seeing, like, some of the castles you roll up on. Hey! Actually, we'll just get that when we come back through when it blows up. Anyway, seeing some of the castles in Elden Ring was super cool because it's just these grand fantasy-looking castles. Super cool. I like that. And that's something that Hogwarts is doing great on. Yeah, one of the things that Hogwarts has, and I guess a lot of video games have it, is this nice structure to how the world is built out. So Hogwarts, for example, uses a lot of really nice paths in between the locations. And I kind of want to do something like that today, I think. Instead of working on the train station, I feel like just doing something real simple, working on paths and maybe making a bunch of trees, things like that. So we're just going to take a nice, easy episode, I think, today, and take some inspiration from some other games. Also, wowee, we're getting some good stuff here. We've only blown up, like, that's my tunnel right there, so we've only blown up that far. Already got 2 good old patches. And that is 3 stacks of TNT later. Doing a quick scan to see if we've missed anything. Hopefully not. Wow, 3 TNT goes a long way. Or 3 stacks of TNT. There we go. We ended up with... Place both of these down. I think this is just netherrack. I saved pretty much everything. Kind of like a hoarder in that way. There we go. 54. That's actually pretty good. I've done like 3 stacks of TNT before and only walked away with maybe like 20. So this is really nice. That should definitely help recover a little bit. All right, over here at spawn is where I think we're gonna work today. Sadly, I'm not feeling working on the train station. This just sounds a little more fun to me, and that, like I said, Hogwarts has really inspired me to do some pathways. This is the area I kind of want to work in. So when I built the castle, which we will be doing a tour of, hopefully one day, I built these like little pathways down here and I loved them. My area sort of starts, we don't have like sectioned areas. We kind of just joke about how this is Montezuma's area and Senator Jono, I think that's his Minecraft name, is kind of like this area. And then my area is this whole area. So you come in and you have this cool ruined area with these paths that you get to look up and just see the tall castle looming. You walk along and eventually it leads over to this area that is just a random ruined town. Pretty cool stuff, I think. But then you walk out here and boo, it's just dirt paths. Very janky looking staircases that are made with mixing woods. This is from like literally the beginning of the world. And I just feel like it desperately needs to be worked on and fixed up. So I think that's what we're going to do. And I also want to experiment with some different styled trees. One of my main styles for trees has just been this straight up tree with some things coming off of it. So maybe we can get some oak looking trees mixed in with these spruce trees would look real cool. And just work on this area. I think it'll be fun. So I guess in order to do that, I'm going to go collect a ton of materials from my base. We'll probably need some stone stuff if we need to work on the paths or any ruins. We'll need a ton of leaves, a bit of wood, and obviously anything for the paths. So let me go collect a ton. While we're at spawn, also, gonna go check out Chicken Scratch Maps, and there's some weird bug going on. Those are fires right there, those blue blocks. These are all the lanterns. I have no idea what's going on. Anyways. He recently came out with 1, 2, 3, 4 new maps. And we bought these 3, paid him for it. There's even a deal where if you buy a set of 4 maps, you get them for 3 diamonds. Otherwise, they're all 1 diamond each. Now, I could buy all 4 of these maps to get the full set and get it for 3. But this map, Missing Link, look at that. I mean, there are full-on parts missing. Right there in the desert, right there on the edges. My goodness, low quality. I'm not giving him or buying it. And he's cheating me out now because I'm paying 3 when I could get all 4. But no, I refuse to buy it when it's low quality. Poor quality. No, but I will buy it if it's fixed. So after a good bit of collecting, we have finally collected everything. Now, we're not actually going to use all of this stuff. This is just here so that we can, you know, if we need spruce leaves, we have them. If we need moss carpet, we have plenty. So I just grabbed a ton of stuff. Lots of rooted dirts and different types of dirts. And we've got all these things for the different pathways. Again, I don't plan on using this much because this is quite a bit of stuff. But hopefully it will be able to get us through the whole project without having to go back and forth to the stupid base, which is like 7,000 blocks away. So I think what we need to do is get a fresh, clean slate of everything. Clear the area, maybe wipe out a ton of these just Minecraft trees, take out this whole path, and just get to work on maybe smoothing it. I think I don't like how sharp of a, you know, angle this just hits, where it just starts going straight up. I want this to be smoothed all the way out down to where the ruins are over here. So we'll have to put in a lot of custom terrain, I do believe. Yeah, that looked nice, filling that in good. So let's get clearing that up. All right, so now with the area filled or cleared, we're just slowly working on getting a, I guess, angle for this whole cliff to go up. Oh, rain, go away. Anyways, just slowly kind of pulling this cliff upwards. Now, I don't want this to just, boom, abruptly have to go straight up. So we're either going to have to adjust where the cliff starts and start, I don't know, adding in maybe, say, a block here, and then we can add in another block and kind of just pull the cliff, you know, a little more this way, or we can dig out a part of the cliff, which I might also do. So we're just going to sit here and slowly adjust this little path thing that we're creating right now to get an idea of how the cliff shape will work, to get just a nice smooth path all the way down. Then once we have the path, or at least this shape done, we can just kind of pull this out all the way around the edges and keep the same shape, so it keeps a nice smooth transition from the top to the bottom, instead of having these weird jaggedy, ugly patches that definitely won't work for pathways. It's been a minute since the last clip, but here we have it. Let's land maybe here. Perfect. As you can see, we finally have a good, smooth transition all the way down. Let's go look from the bottom. So now what we can do is we can slowly start adding in a path, obviously making it so you don't have to sit here and jump on every single block. But I think this looks really nice, and it actually makes me realize this looks really cool from the top, being able to see the ruins nicely now. So I think what we'll want to do is have a lot of trees on one side of the path and a bit of trees on the other side, so that way you can see the castle and you can see the ruins down the pathway. Over here, we kind of get the underside. And what we're going to do here is I think we're just going to do some cliff face work, so we'll just come in and have a bit of stone work going on, and that way we can nicely just transition it into here, and we'll also do some texturing with the stone. Something I want to plan on doing though today is making a lot of trees. Now, my initial plan for making the trees was to do a whole bunch of these spruce-like trees, make some big versions of them, and then also mix in some homemade cherry blossom trees. But in the time of recording this episode, the cherry blossom tree was just announced, and I super want to use the leaves for when I build the trees. So I think what we're going to do is just make those trees, the spruce trees, and then eventually one day we'll come through and we'll put down a whole bunch of custom cherry trees with the new wood and leaves that we get. I'm getting pretty excited for the new update coming out, mostly because of the cherry tree announcement, and also I just like having pretty much anything new to the game. So now I definitely don't pretend to be this professional terraform builder, I guess, but I do enjoy terraforming quite a bit. I find it really fun. And so something that I do, I feel like, with making these cliffs is I like to first work on the top. I'll build like a flat layer of dirt. You then kind of, build this almost U shape, or yeah, I'd say U shape, a U shape into the mountain. And then eventually we'll fill in these with some stone as well. And it creates this nice little, I don't know, indent. And then once you've created the indents, I like to come through and I add in some more dirt here. So the dirt gives it this more rough look. A good example, right over here, we have another cliff face that I did. So this one's a little bigger, obviously. But the same concept still exists, where you got cliff that kind of curves inwards, and then you've got this dirt on top. Now, I know every cliff in real life isn't like that, but I do think, here's another one, it looks really cool in Minecraft. So that's what it's going to look like. You just kind of have to work with making it look, I guess, natural, and adding in constantly more stuff. Go through, keep just placing random blocks. Let's see. Like removing this, get rid of this, put that there. That looks better. Yeah, you just kind of keep placing. There it is. I think we're pretty happy with how this looks here. So, yeah, pretty much all we did is we came through and gave it a lot of different textures. So we've got moss bleeding into the grass here, and then in some of the moss spots, we take the mossy cobblestone and merge into that. And something I like to do with doing texture gradients is I like to go from, if I'm going moss, I go to this, and then I go to the cobble, and then I'll go to maybe some andesite, and then the stone. You kind of want to, have the rougher versions that look like, imagine the stone was broken and a lot of cracks in it, and then it slowly, dissipates and cracks to its normal clean form. Occasionally we throw in some tough blocks to make it look like maybe there was moss that had grown on the block, and then the moss had either died, or maybe the moss is just starting to grow, to give it just more of a dark look. Lots of slabs. We also went through and slightly touched up some of the dirt, so we added some coarse dirt, and then rooted dirt, just to give it a little bit of complementary colors. Anyways, I think it looks good. Just a nice little bit of texturing, and it now looks really nice. Even though you won't be able to see a lot of it when you're walking down here. You kind of can. We also expanded some of these blue flowers. I really liked how that looked. Looks really nice. And flying on in. Oh yeah, I think this is looking pretty nice. Get a good aerial view again. Yeah, so couple things I would have changed about doing this. First of all, I would have definitely built the path before I built all the custom hill around it, just because it was really difficult to form the path to the hill, versus it would have been really easy to make a hill around the path. But that's okay. It worked out pretty nicely. So this is obviously just the layout of the path. Now we need to go in and add its details and all of the slabs, so you can just walk straight up without having to jump. So I want to have like actual light posts on the sides, maybe just little simple like lantern kind of posts would be nice. All right, back over at the base, we've got to figure something out first. How are we going to place these lamps over on the pathway? I want it to be a nice lamp post design. Something that maybe looks a little, I don't know, maybe medieval. Don't know yet. So I think what we're going to do is just experiment for a little bit with some different, different light poles here. And we'll build maybe a couple, and then we'll make a decision. So, a few designs later and fine-tuning them, I like both of these skinny ones a lot. I think they look good. I think this one's better than the middle one. But I think this might fit the feel we're going for a bit more. This is a nice, just standard lamppost, I feel like. I think these are the exact same ones we did out front, right? Almost. We added some andesite walls there, but I think I like this more. This gives a nice little feel to a forest. It's got some good detail as well. And then we can also, if there's maybe like a crossroads, we can slap on another side to it. So maybe this is, you know, right in the middle of the crossroad, so you can have a road going this way and a road going that way, and this sits right in the middle, so it looks nice. And then when you have the lamp sitting on the side of the road, this is the side of the road version. I think this is what we're gonna go for. So let's go get those placed before we do anything else, because I'm getting super sick of mob spawning, so this will hopefully help a little bit. There we have our lamppost put in place, and this is making it look pretty nice. I think it gives already a nice little feel, a cozy pathway. Remove some of these torches and get an idea of how this lights up if we need to add some more. I just kind of staggered them down, and at the end we did one of those two-sided ones. Yeah, that looks really nice. So now just imagine, you know, you're kind of walking through a forest on each side. This looks really good. And the path's feeling great. There we go. Get rid of all of them. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I think, yeah, now we just want to do a bit of our detailing into the pathway. And once we do that, we can get started on the trees. And I don't know how many trees I'm going to do, but I'm going to shoot for maybe 15 custom trees. I think that's a good number. We'll see. Custom trees take forever to do, so we'll see how many I end up making. So we've just been placing detail all over this place now. So we've got these like moss patches, which I've been slowly building. But then within the moss, they've got some azalea leaves and azalea bushes. And then wherever there is moss touching the path, I kind of broke it up with some andesite here. So just going through and adding andesite anywhere. And then if it's like, you know, got a lot of these leaves and it's real bad, I add a little bit of tuff to have that real destroyed stone look, and then a bit of mossy cobble to make it look like the moss is growing out onto the pathway. But there aren't a lot of those. So yeah, just slowly doing that. There's parts I'm just going in and fixing up, adding parts here and there. Slowly just working on the area, making it look super custom, even though it's not even that noticeable when you fly up. I don't know why I'm putting so much effort into this, because once I get the trees in too, I mean, it will be far less noticeable. Yeah, I think, though, that it is time to get working on some trees. So let's go for 15 trees. I think that's a good goal. Let's do this. So I started making a time lapse of this guy right here, and I was going to make a whole bunch of these. And then I decided the time lapse wasn't working too well. I kept on getting attacked. It's pretty tough to do time lapses when you're playing in a survival world. So, and Bedrock has a lot of difficulties with that as well. So I don't know if I'm going to do a time lapse. And the reason for that is, while I was building this, I decided I wanted to add some more trees. So this whole path was inspired from some of the forest and paths in the Hogwarts Legacy game. And I was playing a bit of that again and realized there's a lot of different types of trees. The trees aren't this small. These small trees here that I've built, they're nice and all, but I think they're, I guess, just filler trees. So what I want to do is have some really big trees with super tall trunks. I noticed that's something that they have in the game, and it just makes the forest feel massive. Um, I feel like this is a good learning opportunity for me as well. So we're getting somewhere. I've designed one in a creative world, and I liked it. I liked the template. So basically, I've been going through so many YouTube videos of different tips and tutorials you could do, and somebody I particularly really liked was B000100. He made a couple shorts where he showed his process of making trees, and I liked them. And then I basically just took a bunch of photos from my Hogwarts game of some of the trees and have been recreating them. So this is what we have right now, this spindly, just messy thing. Lots of these blocks you would not expect in a tree, like the moss block and the bricks. Oh, okay. We've got a tree. I gotta say, this one does not look as good as the one that I made in my creative, but that's all right. I feel like, you know, with a tree, it doesn't really matter. Trees aren't always perfect. They grow crazy, so every single one's gonna look different. And as we keep building them, they'll just get better and better. So let's get working on this forest with a little spin, and a forest appears. Voila! I've gotta say, I may have got a little carried away with this. Originally, this has been many days since the last clip, by the way. I think we were going to do 15 trees. We are now at about 30 trees. And oh boy, does it look crazy. I mean, pretty much any view you walk up from, you can just tell this is a huge forest. Now, there's a few blank spots, I gotta admit, on this side that I'm not happy with. On this side, I am happy with the blank spots, because you get to see the castle. We've actually left a little spot right there for a cherry blossom tree eventually. We still got to build some boulders here and here. And then we got to do all the ground coverage. But overall, I am very happy with this. Let's get some aerial views, maybe. Oh, yeah. Look at that. So many trees, so much time. We basically have 3 different types of trees, though. We got these trees that we were just talking about. Then we got these. They're just skinny pine trees. And then, let me see if I can find one. Here we go. We got fat pine trees. So, we got kind of 3 different variants. We also have a few of these little guys here. They're just super simple, just a few fence posts and some oak leaves around them, and done. Let's go land up here. Boing. Ooh, yeah. But now we need to do a whole bunch of ground coverage. And once we do that, I think it's time for some sweet, beautiful, beautiful montage. Alrighty. That is it. I'm super happy with this build. I think it looks great. As you can see, we added in all of our flowers, the different ground coverage underneath all the trees, mushrooms occasionally. We added a whole bunch of spore blossoms around so you can occasionally see some particles flying around. I think it looks super good. I'm super happy with it. My eyes are closed. But you know what? This video has taken so gosh darn long. This is a super long video and I need to wrap it up now, I think. So, thank you so much if you've watched the whole thing. I hope you guys enjoyed it and I hope it was worth it. Also, with this big of a project, I'm going to ask it for the first time ever. If you like this video, please leave a like and a subscribe. It would mean a lot to me to see that you guys liked the work that I put into this. This stupid project has taken me way too long, and it was supposed to just be a little side thing. But you know what? It's beautiful. So, hope you guys enjoy. Look forward to the train station build part 2 coming in the next episode. See you guys all in the next one. Bye-bye!